Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint, the only West Ham United post-match fallout show on the internet. We've just come back from St Mary's. It was West Ham 2, Southampton 3. Scott, starting lineup this week.
Yeah.
It wasn't what it was it?
No. Obviously, Joe Hart.
Okay.
No. Obviously, Joe Hart continued in goal. Zabaleta was right back. It was meant to be Reedy and Font coming in at centre half. And then Reedy goes down half hour before kick-off, didn't he, if I remember rightly? And,
Stretch it off.
Yeah. It's not a good start. And Bonner
Muscular injury. I've heard it's a quadricep muscle.
Tom said he broke his leg.
Yeah, Tom reckons he broke his leg. I don't know where Tom gets his information from.
In the warm-up.
To get the bottom of the tequila bottle. That's
Reckon 6 weeks out. Minimum.
Typical West Ham.
He's just signed a new deal yesterday as well.
Yeah, new deal. You couldn't make it up, could you?
No.
Could not make it up. But yeah, so Bonner comes in for Reed, considering he'd been dropped. Still scratching my head why he got dropped. And Font come back in, but still. Criswell coming from
Did you put
Meswar.
Pele in today?
Yeah. I wouldn't have put Font in.
Yeah.
No way. He was poor in the Confederates. He hasn't had Confederation, sorry. He hasn't had a great pre-season. He looked poor for Portugal when he was playing for them, so there's no way I would have brought him back in. I would have put Ginger in instead.
Yeah.
But as I said, I don't get why he dropped on Bonner. Criswell coming from Masuaku can sort of, it's just a straight swap, that one.
I think that was the right choice. I thought Creswell done all right today as well.
Yeah.
So.
Rice got his first, I think, was it his first start?
I believe it was, mate.
Yeah, the other two. So first start, he come in for Obiang. Noble kept his place. Anatovic, Antonio returned on the right.
I think Obiang was a little bit harshly treated there. He's had one bad game.
Probably. But Rice coming on playing the way he did against Man United, he didn't put a foot wrong, did he, against Man U? So he sort of, in a way, if you look at the performance of the two players, you could say, yeah, he does deserve to be dropped because he's come on and played better. So,
Are you behind the front two?
Yeah.
Anatovic out the left. Antonio out
back
the
on
right.
And then Hernandez up top. Wrong tactics for me, to be honest, to start off with.
Do you know what? It's starting to worry me a little bit because it doesn't seem like we've got a plan B. We've got nothing.
Don't look like we've got a plan A at the moment.
No, you're right, mate.
I know, like the start of the game, for me,
you can't just keep on banging the same thing over and over again when it's not working. It quite clearly didn't work last week.
But other teams seem to play our formation a lot better than we do.
Better players.
I don't think so. I just think they're just better.
I just think it's the midfield. I think Lanzini's a massive loss at the moment. Even Chiate, like someone who bursts forward running.
But the fact that we haven't got that player right to link that together,
no, that's what we're missing.
Worrying because Lanzini at the moment is the jewel in our crown. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we lose him, we're fucked. The same as when we was fucked when Payet was out. The
good thing is when Payet was out injured or when we sold him, we had Lanzini there. When Lanzini's out of the team, there's no one there.
You can't just rely on him.
No, that's what I mean.
That's what Anatovic has been brought in for.
Well,
to try.
We'll talk about him a bit later. But
for me, I don't get. We've got Hernandez. He's a poacher. He's a good player, but he's more of a poacher. You saw that today, right? He needs to play up top with someone.
He needs a foil.
He needs someone. And why not? You've got Antonio back. You've got Byram there, right? You've got Criswell and Masuaku. Play the 5 at the back, or the 3 at the back, 5 in the middle. Do you know what I mean? Because you've got options. Then if Reed started, you could have had Zabaleta, Reed, and Font as your 3 centre backs. Antonio wide right, or Byram wide right. Antonio further forward if you wanted to play him as a second forward. Criswell or Masuaku on the left, and then just pick your midfield then. But you could play the 2 up top. I just think it gives you more options. And then if you want to change it, you've still got the players there that you could then switch into a different formation.
When the game started, it wasn't great from either side.
It was even.
Very even. Stevens.
Some good tackles going in.
Tackles, yeah. Well, it got tasty, didn't it? And that's, probably should have been another 1 or 2 red cards in the game. But it got tasty. Both of them fancied each other. Mm-hmm. And then we had a little chance, didn't we? Hernandez could have went through. He dispossessed someone, and he could have went through, and then he didn't.
Antonio had one.
No, you had. I think the major chance really was Anatovic's chance.
The head.
Yeah.
No, where he smashed it wide.
Yeah,
Didn't even
yeah.
hit the target.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's a poor finish. He should hit the target.
You had the
target,
keeper
sorry.
saving it. I think that was at 1-0 though.
No, the Anatovich one was before because
What, the header?
Yeah.
Oh no, the
low-
header.
little
No,
low header.
sorry. No, the strike wide.
Yeah, I know the strike wide
Yeah,
was
sorry.
was.
Yeah.
But you know, we had chances, and I was quite happy. And Arnautovic was having a very good game. Like he was. I was talking to Ryan. I said, "It's someone that just seems to be able to." He strolls around. He's got that arrogance about him. But he's one of them players that seems to be able to get his toe to anything and get out of any situation. And he was having a really good game. He was creating so many chances for himself. And I thought to myself, he's going to have a good game today. He's going to score. Definitely going to score. Then they scored.
Yep. Which was a carbon copy, roughly, of what the chance he missed.
But that was all Jose Font's fault. He lost his man.
Yeah, it was
Twice
Font's fault.
in the build-up.
He didn't track where his runner was. I think Obonna could have done a bit better.
Yeah.
You know, he was behind him. He's
Font-
watching where
Font
the
was
play's
the,
going.
closest player to him. Joe Hart was.
He could have got that.
Yeah, he should have got that. To be fair, for a keeper of his ability, he should be saving that.
Course.
But look, it was striker was there. He's turned. He's hit it.
But I wasn't worried at that point.
No,
I
no,
thought to
right.
myself, we've played well enough. We've created enough chances for ourselves.
It was- as I said,
Southampton
it
are
was
low
an
on
even game.
confidence. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. I still can't tell you what happened.
thing is-
I've seen what happened, but someone's had a dig at him. Was it the same player?
Right. No, what you had, right? Go through the fouls. You had Tadic
On Hernandez.
on Hernandez. Should have been a red card.
Yeah.
Right, all
I
day
said
long.
that, didn't I?
It was
Ryan?
late. He scissored round him.
I
red
said
card,
that. I said
right?
that.
Then you had, I think, the elbow to Arnautovic, which the guy's led with his arm. He hasn't smashed him in the face or anything like that. He's led with his arm, caught him. Seen him been given sending offs before, but I don't think it was a sending off. Then Noble should have walked. Studs up over the top of the ball.
That was
Very
that was both-
lucky.
Both going in.
No, he was over the top of the ball. The other geezers had his legs tucked to the side. Watch it when you watch it again tonight. You'll see he's very
I
lucky.
believe you if you
I
tell
thought it was
me.
a great tackle. One.
Yeah, I thought it was, but no, he's very lucky. And then, because he's been smashed in the face with an elbow, the defender's got the ball. He's run behind him. Watch it back.
I've
Look
seen
at
it,
him.
I just seen
And
it.
then
yeah.
just goes
In the neck, wasn't
smash
it?
in the neck.
Could have broke
Right
his
there.
neck, to be honest. Yeah, that's
What are you
very
playing at?
dangerous.
To be fair to the bloke as well, was it Davis?
He didn't make a meal
He
of it.
didn't make a meal
No.
of it. He sat straight up. So
Yeah.
maybe like it'll only be a free game. I can't see it being any more than that. But he
It's-
shouldn't be doing that.
for
He's
no
fucking
reason.
stupid.
He's looking right at him to do it. There's no it's not like the ball's in the air and he's just gone like that and gone smash. He's
The
looking
thing
at
is,
him.
he sent an apology on Instagram or Twitter or whatever it was. Well, it means fuck all.
It's inexcusable. He should.
Do you know what it is? It's his agent sitting there typing on his Instagram.
He should turn around and say to every single one of our fans that went up there today and refund them all their ticket money.
Yeah, all right, Scott.
He should. Why shouldn't he? But no, do you know what I mean? Like he's
No, I know,
he's technically
I
ruined
I know
that
what you're
game.
talking about.
I know we got back into it, but he's ruined that game. He's ruined the experience that all them fans.
Problem
had
is,
going
he's
up
a
there.
player of his experience. He's our record signing. You got someone like Declan Rice on the pitch who's got to look up to players like him, and he sees him doing things like that. It's not good, is it?
Of course not.
And now he's out for 3 games. Oh, what did he miss the League Cup, didn't he?
He
and then he
missed-
misses Newcastle and Huddersfield.
Yep,
so
that's
he's
it.
back for. Is it? I can't remember. We've got. Is it West Brom Spurs? I can't remember. We've
One
got.
of them
but
two, I think.
They're massive games now. Next, Cheltenham is a big
course
game
it
for
is.
us.
Of course it is. It's a
Newcastle.
confidence game.
You lose against Newcastle. When we play Huddersfield over there, it's going to be like a cauldron of hate.
When was the last time we won at Newcastle? 98?
No.
Dan?
That's what I saw. I saw someone.
Last
put it
time we won
online.
at
No. We won there when Kevin Nolan
Kevin
scored.
Nolan scored.
That was
Andy
in
Carroll scored.
2012.
Right, so-
wasn't it?
So we've won up there once in almost 20 years.
Yeah, but Newcastle are a different
They're
team.
not- they're
though,
not the
aren't
same team they
They're
was back
they're
in
a
98.
championship team, aren't they, at the moment, still, even though they're in the Premier
You
League.
can't.
But
It's one of them grounds, isn't it? We don't do well there. You can't rely on
it's
going
it's
up
pressure,
there.
and I said to Nicky today, it's the first time I've said this. But I love Bilic. I love him to bits, but I personally think he's got to go if this don't improve over the next 8 games. He's got to go. I want him to turn it around.
Yeah, so do I.
I want him to
But
turn it around.
You've got you can blame the players again, individual mistakes while we lost the game, right? But Bilic is putting the players out there. As I said, I don't get the Font going in.
We've
Font
won.
looked like he played for Southampton today more than he played for us.
We've won, I'm sure it's 3 in our last 16 Premier League games.
You can't.
That's not good enough.
No, and the problem, yeah, like I said, we like Bilic, but you can't stand that form. You can't have that form, especially in the Premier League the way it is now.
The thing that
you
worries
can't have that
the
form.
thing that worries me the most is the form coming into it from pre-season. We conceded a lot of goals in pre-season.
Seen a lot of
against
goals in the first 2 games.
Well, this is what I'm saying. We conceded a lot of goals in pre-season. We was leaking goals left, right, centre to very, very poor sides.
And we're doing exactly the same.
And we've come into the Premier League 4 last week, 3 this week. Granted, 2 of them was penalties. We'll get onto them later, but it's just not good enough.
It's a carbon copy of last season of how we had kamikaze
I said that.
defending.
I said that. But how much longer can we? You know, how much longer can we sit there and sort of like live on the Boleyn season? I think that was still a hangover from Sam. You see it with all teams. Like, we was very organised defensively under Sam.
Yeah, you can see that the defensive side of our game has changed for the worse in the past 3 seasons. You know, that, like you said, that last season at the Boleyn, that was Allardyce's defence with Bilic's attacking flair.
Yeah.
I mean,
You've lost that Allardyce
Joe
defence.
obviously coming in, and Zabaleta has strengthened the back line up.
Zabaleta was absolutely
but the thing
fucking
is,
awesome today.
the reason why we've conceded so many goals is because there've been teams, Man United and Southampton, have both been running through that midfield. They done it today, Southampton. No, I'm not even going to... Declan Rice, I'm not even going to say nothing about him because he's a young kid. He played well today, done well. Noble had a good game. You know, but for me, Obiang should have started. He should have started for me because when him and Fernandes come on, it looked a bit more better in there. People were putting tackles in.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's hard to say because, barring you take out.
Ayew for me done fuck all today.
I think one of the boys in the Thames Ironworks group chat turned around and said the only time they noticed him was on the team sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was pointless
didn't do
being
nothing
there.
today.
Absolutely pointless being there. But for me, it's hard because of the way the game went with the sending off and then we got back into it and things like that. It's hard to point where the problem is.
I'll tell you where the problem is, and I'm going to tell you right now. We've got some magnificent players in certain positions. We fit the players in. We squeeze the players, force the players into a formation rather than looking at another way.
We do what
It's
England
not-
do.
We've also
We pick
got
the
no-
players
we've
and then
also got
try
no
and fit
player
them
that
in our
wants to pick
formation.
up that ball from midfield and actually run at teams.
Well, yeah,
I
but
just
he's
watched
injured. Yeah, I know,
the
I'm saying, but I
I
mean,
just
like,
watched the
the
Man
2
United
games.
highlights today. They break like fuck me. We're not Man United. I'm not saying that, but they break with such precision. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly where they're going. They know exactly where they're going to put the ball. They know exactly where to put the ball to put the defenders under. We haven't got a fucking clue.
But-
and I'm telling you that. And don't get me wrong. We played well second half, yeah. But the first half, I'm looking at defenders, and as I said last week was the same. It's one half. There's 5 at the back, 5 up front. There's nothing linking it.
No, there's
Nothing
no-
at
there's
all.
no link.
No one wants to drop into the middle.
No.
No one wants to look for the ball. When I looked at Southampton when they was breaking, and they're a poor fucking side, Southampton. Don't get me wrong, they're a fucking shit team. Yeah, they are. They've got players in the middle there that are just screaming for the ball. That just want to.
Because they move, there's more.
We're
The way they
shit,
play
mate.
the way they play
We're
their front
bad.
floor, the way they play their front floor, there's a lot of fluidity in the movement of the players. So it won't just be that you have, say, like Tadic staying in the central of midfield. He'll float to the left, and whoever's on the left will float into the
What
middle.
is Andre Ayew? What is he?
Prick. He's a player
No,
who should
no.
be playing. Ayew
Nah,
is
he-
better off the big guy, and he playing off the target man.
Yeah, but we
But
ain't
we've
got a
got
target, man.
exactly,
We've
so
got
he should
Chicopee
be
up front.
One
He
of
should
the
be playing.
greatest goal poachers in Premier League history,
Yep.
and he's on the wing.
Yep. Well, he's up top, but he moved to the wing because they pushed Antonio further forward with the sending off.
Even like twice today, Antonio. Now, bearing in mind he's been out for a long time, he come back today. Twice I see him in that first half. Get that ball, run, take about 3 or 4 people on. Looked up, there was no
one in
one
the box.
around him
Exactly,
to receive the
exactly.
ball, and we lost it, or he won a free kick.
You sound like the precision Man United break with right, on the counter attack. We play counter attacking football. Right, we tried to do it against men, but we play it with no pace. So you give the ball to Antonio, and like you said, he bursts down the line, beats 3 players,
And everyone's
looks up,
watching him.
because no one can keep up with him.
No.
I don't think that's the case, Scott. I never see anyone busting a lung. I never see, like, sometimes you can't have 2 holding midfielders like that, right?
They're too similar.
Because there's a flat line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's got a position, yeah? If you've just got your midfielder sitting, yeah, all you've got is Antonio running up the wing, and there's 4 defenders. Two's marking Chicharito, two's marking Arnautovic, and the others are sitting there watching. You've got to have people running into the box late, stagger the defences, pull them out, push them in.
This is what I'm saying.
It's fucking poor.
This is what I'm saying with the formation.
It's the manager. I don't give a shit what anybody says, and I hate to turn on him, but I'm looking at Premier League proven players that Arnautovic, very good player for Stoke, Hernandez, magnificent player for everyone that he's gone to fucking play for. Andre Ayew was magnificent for Swansea. I'm looking at these players, they look like they don't know what they're doing. They haven't got any sort of... there's no instruction there. They don't know where to go.
Sometimes it looks like they don't trust each other.
Yeah. You've got to judge today, right, with the tactics and all that and the starting line, on how we were before the sending off. You can't judge it after the sending off. Because
we were better after the sending off.
Yeah, we played better with 10 men. We played a lot better. We played better football with 10 men. And that's the thing. Why are we playing better with 10 men?
Well, we're starting
1 or
10 men
2-0 down. When we start the game at 0-0, do you know what I mean? That's the problem. You can't say because we could easily be talking about a 2-2 draw if it weren't for the penalty right at the end. Do you know what I mean? So when you look at that,
we have got to look at the positives as well.
Yeah.
We did come on.
Yeah, there are positives to take out of today's game.
But the first, when we had 11 players on the ball before the sending off, that's where the problems lie.
The problems lie that we don't look like we know what we're doing. We don't look like we've worked on it enough. I'll be honest with you.
Formation for 2 seasons.
But they are a group of players now that have been together. A lot of them have been together for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and you still haven't got like Noble dropping in to go and grab the ball and people moving into his space and all that. There's no fluidity about our team. It's so rigid, and I saw it so much last year. Last year, I'll be honest with you, at times I couldn't see us scoring.
No.
Especially at home.
That's the difference, though. This season, you can actually see us scoring because we've got someone like Hernandez up front.
Well,
but we can't keep relying on him.
Look,
I mean,
of course not.
They got a penalty second in the last few minutes of the first half.
Yeah, stupid by Font. Dragged him back. It was a blatant penalty.
Blatant penalty.
Hart, watching on the replay, Hart was unlucky with that, saving it at his feet.
Yeah. Tadic has, I think he's missed quite a few penalties as
3
well.
in his last 8 or something.
But when you watch that again,
was it at the end? It wasn't,
back.
was it? It was midway through, wasn't it? The second half, first half. I
thought
don't know.
it was
About 30 odd minutes, something like that, wasn't it? 35 minutes.
He's dragged him back, but Obama's coming across.
Yeah. Well, they both look like they took the tug on him,
Yeah.
but Font has pulled him back, and Font didn't have a good game today.
When has he had a good game?
Tottenham at home.
Southampton last year.
Yeah, but as I said, he was shocking, absolutely shocking.
So he comes out second half. We make some changes. Oh, Hernandez got a goal.
Yeah, don't forget Hernandez.
No, I won't forget Hernandez.
Don't forget the positives.
Great play by Antonio.
Yeah,
fabulous.
To
play.
get a shot out,
well,
get a shot from that angle.
Keeper
as well.
should have done better.
Should have done, but pushed it into him.
But
I said to him yesterday, last season, that have been clapping Antonio, going unlucky son.
Yeah, because no one would have been there.
Hernandez was fucking on that like a.
That's what he's going to do all the time.
And that is what we're going to get from him.
That's what we need. It's what we've been crying out for so long. It's just someone that when the ball bounces in that box, he's just there to tuck it away. To be fair, it's a good finish as well.
Yeah, it was a good finish.
You can't. Keepers coming back at him, defenders closing him down. He's just got it in the net. We're back in the game. 10 men.
I was thinking, could it be?
Yeah, exactly. And that's it. Then we got to half time, didn't we? And then come out second half. We didn't make any changes, did we? Half time.
No, I don't think we did.
Not half time, no. Very early though. There was one. Sacco and Obiang come on.
That was 67 minutes. That was.
Was it?
Yeah, because Antonio played.
Oh no, the first one to come off was Ayew.
Yeah, but they double substitution. Ayew come off and so did Antonio.
And Obiang and
Fernandez.
Rice come off.
Fernandez and
Sacco
come on.
Yeah.
Obiang come on for Rice
And we
later.
looked decent.
Yeah.
For
we did.
At times, mate, we looked decent.
Because we took Ayew off. It was. Let's be honest. Ayew's performance today. We started the game with 10 men. We finished it, well, until we went off. After Arnautovic got sent off, we had 9. Because he did nothing.
He don't
Absolutely
offer
nothing.
anything, does he,
No.
as well? And like, it's a shame because he is a good player.
Yeah.
But then,
But
like,
he's a good player.
And this is the thing. When I see him starting, I think, is Snodgrass any worse than him? Really?
Oh, wow. I don't
No,
know.
but come on, listen.
I think I might have a
The
little
way
chance over
people have been
Snoddy.
slating Snodgrass this last week is like players go to clubs they don't settle. Look, Tevez didn't start playing well for us until
No,
February.
I agree.
People
Yeah,
forget that,
yeah,
and now all of a sudden he's a legend. You know what I mean? He ain't a legend at West Ham.
The only thing that worries me,
I'm
thought-
not saying Snodgrass is going to be a
No, no,
legend
no,
at West
no,
Ham,
but
but I'm
he's-
saying
I thought we was
like he's a better for me. I don't see any difference with him and Ayew.
I can't get... I think it's very silly of West Ham to come out and say to him that you're surplus to requirements.
Yeah, especially
Because
when
at
we
the end of
signed
the
him
day-
in January.
Exactly.
See, I
And
thought-
we've just got rid of Faguli.
I
Yeah.
was-
Yeah. And you're saying that, and you're not bringing anyone else in yet.
That's what this is what worries me, right? I thought to myself when we got in the summer, I thought, yeah, we're building a little squad here.
Yeah.
We're building.
And
like,
this is what I'm saying,
Faguli's a good
Snodgrass
backup.
is
Snodgrass is a backup. We've got Ayew who can, who's not going to start because it'd be Antonio and Arnautovic. And what they do, they're starting to sell all the cunts off now.
Yeah.
You would have rather had Snodgrass playing wide and Arnautovic playing behind Hernandez.
I don't ever think
Than
they'll learn
Ayew.
a lesson. You can't have one per position.
You've
You
got
can't.
to have 2 players for every position. At least 2
We
players
learned that
for
with
every
our
position.
right back the last 12 years.
Yeah. No, but that's the thing. This is what I'm saying. Fernandez probably don't play as good as a role, but he's probably a replacement for Lanzini. But obviously, Bilic don't trust him that much in that role. Ayew's got to play there. He don't play in that role. Why haven't we got another creative player to bring?
We
in?
need
Look at
another.
Southampton
We need
today.
another creative
They
player.
brought on Ward Prowse. Who's
Man, that geezer can take a corner.
you know what I mean?
His
Brought on
delivery is brilliant.
Ward Prowse, Austin,
Shane Long.
and Shane Long.
Yeah, exactly. What else did we have on the bench today? Like,
Where's
we were a bit
Carvalho?
short.
What's happening with that?
See, this is another thing, right? This is one thing I don't get right now. He's a good player, don't get me wrong. But he's never played in the Premier League.
No.
They're looking to spend 40 million on him.
Yep.
You've just seen Everton sign Signesson for 45 million. Proven Premier League player, 27 years old, score your goals. Why not go out and try to get him instead?
I think what they're trying to do with Carvalho.
Yeah, this Carvalho is not guaranteed to come in here and hit the floor
of
running
course
straight
not.
away, you know what I mean?
That's it. But I think they're trying to get that midfield, the holding midfielder who then links up with the sort of the attacking midfield. So
You've
to
got
speak.
Chekiate who can do that. Chuck
He-
him in there and
he's,
let's...
he's not as disciplined to play the old.
Are they all
midfield,
back
though,
next
that's the
week?
problem.
Well,
He's meant to be back.
Carroll will be back 'cause it's bank holiday and it's in Newcastle,
Yeah,
so he'll come
he'll
up,
be there.
have his annual game and then be out for 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, Czech's meant to be back. Is Lanzini meant to be back?
Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah.
he's
So
meant to be back today.
but how fit they're going to be, whether they're going to start, it's a different story. For me, we still look weak in certain areas. Definitely, I wouldn't have said that to Snodgrass. As much as he might not be in the plans, you need a backup.
Yeah.
He ain't the best backup,
Is he
but you need
injured?
a backup.
Oh,
He's just not in the
I
squad.
honestly don't know.
Oh,
He's not down as
Snodgrass.
being injured. Put it that
he's
way.
not in the
So
squad.
why not just put him on the bench today?
He's going. He's leaving.
But he's a player. He's a Premier League player. You still got. I know they're going to say, "Oh, we don't want to run the risk of him."
Where's
getting
he going?
injured,"
He's
but-
going to the Championship.
He's going to go Villa or Leeds, isn't he?
Fucking waste.
Exactly.
Or Celtic,
Waste.
I've heard.
And with that Carvalho, the rumours are that it's Sporting. Is it Sporting he plays for? Isn't it?
Yeah.
They're moving the goalpost with a transfer fee, trying to start a big
No, they've
war.
said they want 40 million.
No,
We're
they've
off
no.
at
Apparently, they said they wanted this price. West Ham agreed to the price, and then they went, "No, we want this price." And they keep. Apparently, it's quite often in Portuguese
Give them
league
the fucking
teams.
taste their own fucking medicine.
And then
'Cause that's
they-
what they used to
yeah,
do every
exactly.
At the end
fucking
of the day,
time.
mate, it's their player. I said this today, like to Nicky in the car. It makes you realise how screwed over we got with Pint. That he went for 25 million.
Mm-hmm.
You got Liverpool turning down 118 for Coutinho,
Exactly.
and Signesson going for 45. And we
You can't tell me Signesson's better
sold
than,
one of the best players in Europe at the time
Exactly.
on a 5-year deal for 25
5
quid.
million. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is it. But it happens to us, doesn't it? For some reason.
Right. So we got ourselves back in it.
Half
We're
time.
defending brilliantly. We've done half time. We scored a goal. Hernandez again. Brilliant bit of play. Sacco's header.
Great header.
Against the bar.
Yeah.
Good save. Hernandez is there to follow it up. 2-2. Everyone's going mental. We're giving the Blazing squad a little bit of a...
Yeah, row Blazing squad.
What happened then? Come
They
on.
was calling me fatty.
They were honestly, mate. They were right. Pricks.
dear.
And yeah, so so we get back in it. Everyone's holding on. 90th minute comes. I picked up my bag. I said to him, "Should we go?" He went, "Do you want to go?" I said, "Nah, we better not go because something might happen."
Famous words, isn't it?
What happened?
See, now when I said that at Everton away a couple of seasons ago, we scored the winner. When Nicky says it, they get a penalty.
I'll be honest with you, even though they brought
Was
on
it a penalty?
I've looked at. I just looked at the
I think so.
Soft.
Soft, but
It's one of them ones. If it happened to us,
We'd be-
you'd say that's a blatant penalty. But when it's against you, you're like, nah. Zabaleta for me, you can see he's put his hand on his back. I think he's made a meal
Was
of
it Song
Of course he
at
is.
Tottenham? That sort of
Yeah.
level?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
He's
So by letter of
made-
law, Song, that was a penalty, but you're
penalty.
thinking you
So
fucking...
the geezer knew that he weren't going to get there, and he's played for it. And the referee, that today, the ref was shit. He's poor ref today, and he's giving.
He wanted
to be the hero in
I agree with you, it was
Southampton.
poor ref, but I'm not putting the ref down to the reason we lost.
No. But
He
he made
the
a
ref
lot
was
of.
poor.
He made a lot
mistakes.
of bad
As I said,
decisions.
he missed potentially three sending offs.
But yeah, he just wanted to be the hero of Southampton.
Yoshida made a meal of it.
And apparently, I was reading
Was
that
it long? Sure it was Yoshida.
as Charlie Austin was waiting to go up to take that penalty, Mark Noble went up to him
Yeah.
and whispered in his ear, "Joe Hart knows what way you're going. He's saving this," and he put it the opposite corner.
That's a bit silly, isn't it?
So he's tried to play mind games with him,
It's backfired.
and it's
I
backfired.
told him to go the other way.
But Joe Hart done well. He was trying to make it as long as he can, trying to put Charlie Austin off. But
Did he get booked?
I don't know. But I had no doubt he was going to score that.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Oh, no knees
One-
Austin,
yeah,
eh?
one-
Exactly.
knee
That's what I
Austin.
thought. As soon as he picked up the ball, I'm thinking, here we go. Just this, he's gonna score it just to shut David Sullivan up. You know, it's just the same old us, isn't it?
So
We
we're
do the hard
rooted-
work,
we're-
get ourselves back in it, and
We're
then throw it away.
rooted to the bottom of the Premier League.
Minus five
Minus
goal
5
difference.
goal difference.
But positives, we're only 6 points off United.
We ain't got another game at home until the 12th of September, is it?
Yeah,
Got an international break in between.
great.
That's against the hungry Huddersfield, who's going to be looking at our results and thinking, you know what?
So, listen, if we don't get a result against Cheltenham,
Do
boost
you know
the
what?
confidence,
It's very.
and then
it's,
go and get beat by Newcastle.
It's very easy to sit here and say we've sat here many a time, and I'm a fool for doing it, right? But I'm sitting here. This. What happens if this happens? What? Look, I've said it so many times, and different things have happened. We've had different sort of results that you'd predict to happen. It's football at the end of the day. You know what I mean? You'd think you're going to go on a running streak, a winning streak. You start losing every game. You think you sit there thinking, oh my God, if we lose these 4 games, we're going to go down, and we win every one. It's
only a second game of the season. There's 36
But
games.
it's disappointing,
left to-
like, innit?
Yeah,
You know
of
what
course
I
it's
mean? Like,
disappointing.
It's just the way we lost. You know.
Yeah,
the
no one
way
likes
the end
to
was.
lose like that, and especially the way for that second half performance, they deserved a point, especially with 10 men. But that's football.
Should we stop this?
Nah, it don't make a difference.
Yeah. No, it was just like I said, it's very disappointing the way we lost it. Isn't it? You know,
It's heartbreaking, man.
of course it is.
You've been
You've done
in-
all
I've been
that
in
hard work to get
situation
yourself back
before.
into it, and we did play well with 10 men. How many
Yeah.
times normally do we go down with 10 men and walk off losing 4 or 5? You know what I mean?
it's
It's getting to that stage, like we're set 2 games in the season. I'm thinking I'll take a loss at Cheltenham for 3 points at Newcastle.
Yeah, that's it.
You got to
But-
get points on the table
But
straight
Cheltenham
away.
could be a turning point.
But, you know-
go there, play well, get a good result.
We said that
Yeah, I know.
Accurate and Stanley
Stanley,
last year.
Tottenham could beat Chelsea, and Chelsea could be down there with us, so it's not all bad.
Yeah, exactly. Look, it's early doors. Like you said,
Listen, I'm only going to start panicking after 10 games if it's still the same. We ain't won in the next. If we don't win, if we don't get anything at Newcastle and lose at home to Huddersfield,
then you got to start.
then you
worrying.
start thinking like, what do we do?
Like, that form worries me.
I think they're going to give
The 3 and
they're going to
16.
give Bilic about 12 games and then start judging him because you can't go into the Christmas period.
If we're
But look, we
If
can
we're
win our
not
next
mid-
3
yeah,
games
exactly,
and we'll all be up his
exactly.
arse again. That's football fans for you. You know what I mean?
if we're mid-table come January, you know, you got to be happy with that.
Yeah, but the signings we've made, Scott, and the squad, I thought we'd improve on aiming for mid-table January.
But you say the signings we've had, right? We've improved the quality of the squad, right? But we've sacrificed the quantity of the squad. Do you know what I mean? We've got.
You
we've got
need
all-
quality over quantity,
Yeah, but you still
signing
need-
one good player
and
having
selling 3 or 4 bad
players is not.
No.
Yeah, you need to get 2 good players in.
You need
know
to
what
bring.
I mean?
I still think there's business to be done. I still think there's a couple.
I think there's a
more
couple
deals definitely out there.
deadline day deals. I think there's a loan coming in. Do you know what? I've got a feeling it's going to be that second replacement, sort of like Lanzini role.
I think it's going to be Jack
Wilshere. That's what
It's
I'm
got to be
thinking.
Jack Wilshere. They'd be stupid not to go for someone like him. People say, "Oh, his injury record." On that last season, he played 24 games out of 28.
26, I think. He got
26.
26 games.
Started 22 of them.
Yeah.
He's not going to be a starter for West Ham. If he's fully fit, I'm saying. But he's a good option to have there.
But is he going to come to us if he ain't going to start?
Of course he will.
I know
I think
he's
he
a
will
fan.
be a
Of
starter.
course he
I
will.
think
No, it's
he'll
not
be
even
starter.
about being a fan, Scott. You have more of a chance playing for us than he will for Arsenal.
Oh yeah,
That's
of course
a fact.
he will. Of course he will. But it's just he's at Arsenal. He's an England regular when fit. He's going to
Under Roy Hodgson, let's
Yeah. But
say that
Listen,
because he hasn't played for England
A
since.
fully fit Jack Wilshere is, barring Lanzini, he's better than any midfielder we've
he
got.
is.
He's probably
That's what I'm
Arsenal's
saying.
best midfielder.
He's got
He's
to
one of the
come
best
and start.
midfielders in England in the league. So
You all right? But no,
went
that's what
down
I'm
the
just saying.
wrong
He's got to start, hasn't he?
if he's fully fit, I'd start him. I'd start him over Noble. I love Noble. I'd start him over Noble. Of course I would. And having Lanzini and someone like Jack Wilshere in there, it's just that'll create chances.
Of course it will.
But people just go on about his injury record all the time.
Look, listen, we've got enough. He played a full season, technically a full 26 games for a normal Premier League
He
side.
broke his leg right at
near
the end of the season.
So you 26 games for a normal Premier League side is a full season, isn't it? Really, he's played over half the games. We don't even get that out of Carroll, Sacco, and probably Reed put together.
Lanzini's had a few.
And I'm just using them for as an example. Do you know what I mean? We've, but I just worry. I think we need another centre back desperately.
Yeah.
And I think Smalling's there. He's available. We've got to go and get him. In my mind.
Reed, for me, see, they said last year that he's got this muscle wasting disease or something.
So we go and give him a massive new deal.
No, that's what they said. He's got muscle wasting disease is probably the wrong thing to say. But
He starts fading away on the pitch.
No,
Just see a kit on the
he
floor.
said he's got a
Say-
problem with his muscles, which makes him more susceptible to these long-term injuries. Then he's not reliable.
Exactly.
You know,
That's it.
Ogbona's only just come back from a long injury as well. Font's just...
What is going on at our club? I mean, what is? Do
The
you know
thing
what
is-
it is? Do you know what I'm going to tell you what it is? We buy these players. All right, Reed's a different kettle of fish. We buy these injury-prone players because they're cheaper than people that ain't injury-prone.
Yeah, but the only injury-prone player in recent years has been Andy Carroll.
No.
But then we've got Lanzini, who wasn't injury-prone. Now he is.
Well, how do you know? You checked his record before?
Well, no, but all right, yeah, fair enough. And but you don't know. With Carroll, we knew
There's always it's like we shop in the fucking
the bargain
broken biscuit
basement.
like in the what?
We buy broken biscuits.
Yeah.
Instead of buying the nice hobnobs, we get the broken biscuits.
We shop in the broken biscuits in the hope that we find a nice biscuit in the tin.
Yeah.
One full one,
One full
broke.
one that ain't broken, and it's going to be the nicest biscuit that you've ever taken. That's what we do.
And then it gets broken.
But there's always a fault with people that we buy.
But there's got to be.
We're just
something
unlucky,
going on.
I think. I just
We
think
can't.
we're unlucky.
You can't be
We
that
get-
unlucky.
I just think we
They
are.
bought Pint, and he even admitted that he bought him. He's flawed, but he's 10 million. If he wasn't flawed, he'd be 30, 40 million. Like, you can't keep on doing this.
No, I know.
And
You can't keep on shopping for broken biscuits. You need to buy fucking a pack of bourbons that are decent that are on the shelf.
Rivitas we need.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you. It's just. I don't know what it is.
Why
There's something going wrong somewhere.
We just seem to be looking for like £24 million is a lot of money for us, but in today's market, it's fuck all.
It's peanuts.
Peanuts, nothing.
peanuts.
You got people like Leicester,
We
and this
sold
is no
Payet for
dis-
25
This is
million,
no
we paid them
disrespect.
that, and
This is
it's
no
24.
disrespect to anybody else, especially Leicester. But they're paying £40 million for players, 35, £40 million for players. Everybody's got the money.
Well, look at what Everton are spending.
And we're scrapping around in the bin.
Yeah, but Everton, what are you forgetting? Everton has spent, they've got a lot of money back for Lukaku, plus they've got that American
I've heard a stock,
billionaire.
right, and this is This is purely speculation, right? But I've heard it from a good source, right? And I'm going to say this right now, that they've offered that money for Carvalho, right? Because it looks like, you know what they're like. They want to look like they're spending money. The agent has said, do you know what? We can sort this deal out. We can get this deal over the line.
Yeah, because he's the
Keep
same
it stum.
age. Yeah.
Keep it quiet. We'll get it over the line, and it's done. And he leaked it to a newspaper.
Yeah.
Our chairman. He leaked it to a newspaper.
Well, the thing is with the Carvalho,
But
I
there's only
think that could be done next week.
there's only one reason you will do that. It's because you're trying to scupper the deal.
No, I think they do want him, and I think the player actually wants to come. Like,
I'll say that. I'm going to say this, but allegedly, right? Allegedly, but that I've heard it from a very good source.
It wouldn't put it past me if they did do that. It really wouldn't.
Right?
You know.
What?
What do you think?
No, I'm just saying. I think that he is a player they want, and I think it's Scott's right. What he said earlier, it is the Sporting Lisbon who are moving the money, but I think within maybe next week, I think he'll be a West Ham player because he left himself out of the squad, didn't he?
Yeah.
Said he don't want to play for him no more.
He's trying to engineer the move.
He's engineering the move, and you know what happens when players do that? They get what they want. He wants to come to West Ham. He's obviously got connections at West Ham. Jose Font being Portuguese, so. Yeah, it's a player we need, and like I said, I do like him, but it's a risk, a lot of money.
Of course it is.
£40 million, a lot. Was it 40 million euros or whatever?
It's a bigger risk than signing someone who's
I'm
played in
sure
the Premier
you could
League
go
before.
and get a very good centre forward for that.
We've got a good centre forward.
No, I'm not about
We've
it.
only got one.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
the
but
problem.
if we can, I know it's an if, but if Carroll and Sacco can sort of keep themselves sort of fit this season, we do need one more. But I'd get a lone striker in. I wouldn't go out and pay £40 million for a striker.
That's it. It's
I
either
think our
going to be...
midfield is where we're going to. Midfield is where you win and lose games.
Of course it is.
And when you got someone like Hernandez, we're only going to play one up top. He's never going to play two up top
the
this
annoying
season.
thing in that
He's
is-
always going to play one. So if you got Hernandez making them runs, and you can get Lanzini
I think
and
there's-
another creative player in now, Antonio Arnautovic, Czech as well. When Obiang, he can spring a ball. There you go.
I think there's two players once Carroll comes back. I think there's two up front, personally. I think that's his plan.
Yeah, but then who's to drop from midfield?
See,
Fully fit.
this is the thing. If we
You
do
can shit,
get
to be honest.
if we do
Back
get
12,
Carvalho, and we do get Wiltshire, you're looking at that three is your main midfield.
I'm gonna go and say-
that's speculation, isn't it?
That if we get that Carvalho, Czech will be a centre back.
Oh, definitely.
Czech will play centre back this season.
I think we'll go three at the back then,
Yeah.
because I think Czech will slot in centre back alongside Reed and Bonner, or Reed and Zabaleta possibly, and then we'll have Antonio one side and
Declan
Chris
Rice, baby.
And that's the other thing as well, right? He's a centre half, that kid.
Yeah, do you know what?
I'd
He
rather
didn't put a
I'd
foot
rather
wrong
see
day.
him playing than
There's a couple
Jose
of-
Font.
There's a couple of times he looked a bit out of place, but that was just he's young. He's 18 years old.
Lack of
but
experience as well.
I thought he had a really good game. He done well at United and he played well today, and he's definitely one for the future. But we said the same about Oxford, and then they sort of died down, didn't they? Because once all these players come back, he won't be starting.
No,
He probably won't even be on the bench.
No.
He'll probably get loaned out.
He should start against Cheltenham, I think.
Yeah,
He's got to
yeah,
start
yeah.
against Cheltenham.
Yeah.
Up front.
Adrian should start against Cheltenham. I wouldn't even take Hernandez. I'd leave him.
Byron,
Leave him at home.
you need to give players Byron.
Start Sacco.
Sacco, yeah, Sacco. To be honest, today I thought Sacco did alright when he come on.
Yeah, he look that header he had that chance. It's just rustiness in it.
The thing is, he is the player we're crying out for up top.
Yeah. He
Because
needs to
on
get-
his day,
but
he's good.
from what I've seen of him in training, like the photos and the videos and that, he looks happy. Like maybe it's because he's got different players around him. You know.
You just don't know what goes on there daily.
No, that's it. That's the thing. You know, obviously stuff goes on daily more
He
than
might
what
not
we
like
see.
buy it. Might have hated him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Things
you
like
just
that.
don't
What happens
Yeah.
if Snodgrass is his new best mate and then we sell him?
Well, it'd be unhappy. It'd be sad.
No, but they do look like a good
Sad sacker.
sad sack. No, but they do look like a good bunch of players, you know, and the bank and the
They look
togetherness and team
yeah.
spirits there.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'm not
Just
sure
doesn't-
about
it doesn't-
Arnautovic
it's too good. Why?
already.
No,
I can
it's
just
a
see the
silly
way he.
mistake.
No,
It's a
it's a silly
stupid
mistake,
mistake.
but I can just say the way he conducts himself on the pitch.
But that's the thing. He's one of them players who, on his day, is sort of a world
He will,
beater,
he
but
will win your games and
99%
lose
of
your
the time
games.
he's not.
That's him.
Yeah.
Like today, he sort of lost us that game by getting sent off, but he will win us games. And players like him, you need workers around him because he ain't going to work back. He does work back. But look, we was told by Stoke fans, you get one good game, 3 bad games out of him. So
does this count as a 3 bad games because he's now suspended for the next 3? So can we
Who
have the next
knows?
game a good game? You know what I mean? But
I don't
that's,
think it works in that
but
ratio.
but that's the problem. It is you've got to have the right players around him, and I don't think we have
nah.
to accommodate
listen,
that lazy player.
Chiate and Lanzini coming back is going to be a massive. Antonio next week. I'd start Antonio
Listen,
against
even
Cheltenham.
Carroll coming back is a massive boost.
Let's have
How
a
long
little-
he stays
let's
for his
have a
fit,
little
it's different things.
See how we do next week when we've got everybody back. We're still missing some big players.
Well, we're getting 3 back, and we've already lost 1, haven't we?
Well,
We lost 2 technically.
well that
One's
happens.
suspended.
That happens, doesn't it? You know what I mean? So
It seems to happen to us all the time.
yeah, it
but
seems to happen to us all the time. But like,
Transfer window still
check
open.
Chiate, he's a massive player for us, regardless. Carvalho possibly coming in. Andy Carroll.
gives you a different dynamic.
It's just
Yeah, Carroll's a different option, isn't he, altogether?
And Antonio coming back today was
Did we
I
finish the
thought
game?
was our best player. So
Yeah, we spoke.
Well, we finished the
we
game,
just did
yeah.
blow the whistle. That was it.
why should we leave it there? Because I'm tired.
Yeah, I said it's one of them, and you judge the first when we were at 11 men. You judge the tactics.
just
and
annoying.
that, and then the
It's
rest
just
of it is
annoying,
great
though.
performance. Of course it is. Of course it is.
It is annoying, but like I said, it's second game of the season.
It's already starting to feel a bit like last season.
We've started in my mind. We're playing. The
I
same
want to
way
go
we were
home.
last season.
Like I want to go. Not
Want to
now.
play at home.
Yeah, I want to
You
play
can
at
about
home.
5 minutes.
That game today, I wanted it. That's what I said to him. Like when it was all pissing up the wall, when the referee was looking like he was in. I said, this should have been at home. This should have been our home game. It should have been our pick-me-up game. Do you know what I mean? Get the fans
But
behind.
we get
you,
all
that.
these away games out at the start because at the end of the season we have a nice.
No,
few
I
at
don't
home.
think we do.
I don't
though.
think we go out. We play Leicester away at the beginning of March, I think it is, and then we don't play outside London.
And I'm bloody tired.
Until-
Keep on driving around and getting home at all sorts of clocks in the morning.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Didn't even go home last.
But that's
week,
part of being on a fan channel.
Yeah, I guess so, mate. Right, thank you very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match pint. We've got a new website coming very soon. Dan,
Yeah. Very, very
next week, yeah?
How many times
for
since
you
we
two.
started this?
Yeah, just waiting.
Oh yeah, we need to go up files. Yeah, I won't say nothing.
Yeah. No, it's coming next week. It's nearly ready. Someone's sorting it out for us. So we'll give you the links to that next week, I
Oh, you
suppose.
want to mention about that geezer as well?
Yeah, when we was at... We sit here and every week and we piss and moan about the football and, like, you know, you'd think it was a matter of life and death. But when you see things like we saw today, there was a gentleman who...
About 5 rows in front
Yeah,
of us.
about 5 rows in front of us, collapsed and looked in quite a bad way. I wish him all the best, and it just puts things into
Yeah, I
perspective.
don't know. It was someone said it was like a knees up Mother Brown forum
Yeah.
member, so I didn't get his name, but yeah, he didn't look in a.
If
good
anyone
way,
does
did he?
know it
But-
was, like, I'd like to see how he was getting on because he he looked a little bit in distress when I saw him.
Yeah, the good
so-
thing is because it happened about 10 minutes, 15 minutes in the second
Yeah.
half, and they didn't sort of get him out straight away. So hopefully, because if it was
Hopefully,
a lot more
yeah.
serious,
They
they would
would've
have
let him
got
out.
him out
Yeah.
straight away. So yeah.
But no, we wish
Fingers
you all the
crossed
best,
he's all
whoever that guy is, and if you do know who it is, please leave us a link to his name or something. We'd like to send him a goodwill message, get well message. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, thank you very much for joining us on this edition of Post Match Pint. We'll be back this week with lots more content. I've got some musings going up tomorrow, Monday. Is it Monday tomorrow?
Yes, mate.
Sunday,
No, Sunday.
Sunday. Sunday.
Well, it will be technically about 2 hours.
Then obviously we've got all the previews for the Cheltenham game. We're not going to the Cheltenham game because it's in the middle of the week. We've got to go to work.
I ain't got no holidays left.
Yeah, we ain't got no holidays
Sunday.
left.
I would have
Sunday
gone,
up in
but I've
Vegas.
got a league meeting to go to. so-
Yeah, so we're not going there. So we might do a little watch along or something, so we can get together and watch it.
Can we do a sing along instead?
No, we just might do a little live broadcast, but we'll have to see about that. We'll have to see.
Sing-along.
We'll have to see what logistics Dan's got and whether anyone's allowed out.
Dan can sort us out. He's got all the gadgets.
So we might sort of say it out for that, but we'll have all the previews and all the other stuff to go with that. Don't forget to look out for the other shows on the social. As I said, Sunday musings, previews. You doing anything now?
Nah,
Are you finished now?
I'm retired.
He's
Nah,
retired.
I've got transfer videos.
Transfer
this week.
videos to sort of round up for towards the end.
I'm still on holiday, Vegas time. I'm knackered.
Yeah. And obviously the new show that's going down very well Dan's new show, which is the West Ham Week,
Dan's crystal ball.
which is on every Friday. Yeah, that's his head.
He looks like Richard O'Brien.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the only shows we have that actually goes out on time, I think.
What?
His show on
Yeah,
the
of course
Friday.
he does. Yeah, because he's in it. He's responsible for getting everyone else's shows up. But yeah, that's it. So check out all of that. We'll be back next week for post-match pint for Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
We're not doing Cheltenham.
No, we're not doing Cheltenham because we won't be there, and I don't think it's very fair to be doing one. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we will. It's up to you.
I don't know.
It's only
Put it all
going
on
to be
Ryan.
anyway.
Hashtag
It's
ask
only
Ryan.
me and you.
Oh, was it? Yeah, we're not doing one together. So yeah, we'll
Why
do
don't we
something
go
anyway.
for a meal with Phil here?
We'll go to Bombetta. I've always wanted to go to Bombetta. Yeah, so look out for all that. Once again, thank you very much. One thing left to say, it's disappointing, but come on
Come
your
on, your
irons.
irons.